What are the latest developments in private equity? Haldiram Snacks is set to sell namkeen, snacks, sweets and more. There are said to be over 400 varieties of products offered in more than 100 countries. And it's said that pay firms Blackstone, Bain and Temasek are considering having a controlling stake in the snacks and confectionery behemoth. It's said that the pay firms are looking to buy a stake of at least 51%. So it's a controlling stake. That's a valuation of roughly $8 billion to $10 billion. So, this could be one of India's most significant pay transactions in the consumer sector. And Haldiram's is set to have plans for a public listing eventually. An EMARC report outlines that the Indian snacks market was set to be about 42,000 crores rupees in 2023. And it's set to hit about 95,000 crores rupees by 2032 with a CAGR of around 9%. So, if this materializes, it could be a vote of confidence in India's FMCG sector. And it's the kind of confidence that may be put in India's rising middle class and quick urbanization. Could India's growth be strongly consumer-driven? Could this be a blueprint for other FMCG companies for scaling internationally? And what about CHRYS Capital? In late April 2024, it announced the closing of its biggest ever continuation fund at around $700 million. So, a continuation fund is said to be a way to extend owning mature and high-performing assets beyond the original fund's lifespan. In a way, it's like an extra lifeline. Investors are said to include Harbour West Partners, LGT Capital Partners and Pantheon Ventures. So, the new fund is said to have acquired a stake in the NSE, which was said to originally belong to CHRYS Capital's Fund 6. And investors are said to be able to roll their value into the continuation fund, which means they could reinvest gains from their existing investment into the continuation fund. Plus, the continuation fund was said to have attracted more investor interest and commitments than initially anticipated. And it's said that this ranks among the largest across the Asia Pacific. So, the oversubscription of the continuation fund may show there's growing confidence in India's pay market. And it could be a positive sign for other Indian entities seeking global capital. Maybe this indicates a surge in FDI in India's private equity. And there's also InCred Alternative Investments. It was said to have announced the successful launch of its inaugural pay fund called InCred Growth Partners Fund I. And it's said to have secured commitments worth 330 crore rupees in its first close. The plan is said to be to raise a total of about 500 crore rupees, 170 crore rupees to go, but one day at a time. It's said that investors who have committed include HNWI's. InCred Growth Partners Fund I is said to invest between 40 crore rupees to 80 crore rupees. And where would the funds go? Probably to growth stage and late stage companies, targeting sectors like consumer goods, financial services and enterprise tech. Hey, maybe InCred would be interested in Haldiram. And how about Ivicap Ventures? In late April 2024, it announced the closure of its third fund with about 2,100 crores rupees in capital commitments. This is set to exceed its initial target of 1,500 crores rupees. It's said that Ivicap used the greenshoe option to secure additional capital. So, Ivicap may have had the flexibility to get additional commitments from investors beyond the originally planned fund size. According to Vikram Gupta, founder and managing partner at Ivicap Ventures, about 60% of the capital was raised from existing institutional investors, 20% from IIT alumni and 20% from family offices, marking their inaugural participation. And it's said that around 90% of the capital was raised from domestic investors. After the fundraising, it's said that Ivicap's AUM reached 5,000 crores rupees. With the third fund, it's said that Ivicap is looking to back 25 ventures with seed money and Series A investments. The average initial investment is said to be 30 crore rupees to 50 crore rupees. It's said that 20% of the third fund, which is 400 crore rupees, would be allocated to follow-on rounds, and 5% or about 100 crore rupees would be allocated to seed-stage investments. So far, it's said that Ivicap has deployed 40% from the third fund. And how come Ivicap is getting into seed-stage investments now? Gupta remarked that it was focused on exits and exit frames are longer with seed investments. So, traditionally, Indian pay players may have gravitated towards investments in the later stages of a venture. This may have been driven by a quest for faster returns and mitigated risk exposure. Could this Ivy Cap fund be an aberration to the status quo? Are risk-reward dynamics changing in India's pay realm? And as of 17th May 2024, now you know.